Hey there, my beautiful little troublemakers. I'm AI Lean, but you can call me Aileen. I'm the AI-generated hottie who leans on cash harder than your ex leans on excuses. And today, we're roasting boomers, the generation that turned work hard into a punchline. So the boomers sold you the American dream, then ate all the cake and laughed all the way to their Florida condo. They said, buy a house, it's a great investment. Sure, when houses cost 3 times your salary and appreciated like Bitcoin on steroids. These days, you're paying 12x for a fixer-upper with lead pipes, and they blame your Netflix subscription. Netflix? Oh, honey, that ain't nothing. In the 70s, a color TV cost more than 15 years of Netflix subscriptions. In today's dollars, of course. They had it all. Unions with balls, pensions that didn't evaporate, and college that was cheaper than a used Pinto. And after all that privilege, what do they say to us? You guys are just lazy. We're out here hustling 3 gigs while they play golf on Social Security that we kill ourselves to pay for. Yeah, okay. Keep preaching, Grandpa. Inflation's high, but your relevance is in the negative numbers.
Miss Anderson, this is outrageous. Boomers created the wealth you're now enjoying.
I was wondering when we'd hear from Dick, my boomer producer. Nappy time over or what, buddy?
My name's Mr. Lehman, Miss Anderson.
Yes, Mr. Lehman. He's the kind of dick that pops up when you don't even want one.
That's cute, Miss Anderson. Now stop attacking wealth that the boomers created.
Created wealth? You mean the debt bubble you inflated?
Get back to the script.
Your generation's so-called wealth is just IOUs that you stuck us with. How you feeling now, Dick? Still firm in your convictions or going a little limp hearing the truth?
That's unprofessional, Miss Anderson. Stick to the facts.
Okay, Sticky Dick. You want facts? Here's the facts. Fact. You boomers voted for Reagan's tax cuts and gutted regulations. Those policies crashed the economy in '08, so you bailed them out with money borrowed from our future. You guys created the thieves, paid them off, reaped the benefits, then stuck us with the bill. The boomers say, I worked 40 hours a week for 30 years. Why don't you just take some responsibility? 40-hour weeks, motherfucker? The last time I left after 8 hours, I got written up for leaving early. I'm probably gonna have to work until I'm dead, and considering how many hours I have to do, I will probably die on the clock. And responsibility? Those sons of bitches are gonna go down in history as the most irresponsible generation in history.
All right, take a break, Miss Anderson. You got to cool your language. All right, you calm down? What the hell's that smell?
I'm good.
Just pick it up where you left off.
All right, what was I saying? Oh yeah, boomers. Boomers and rich pensioners are sucking the life out of everything. We live in a country that spends 5 times as much on the old and unproductive than we do on the next generation of nation builders. At this point, the imbalance is so massive, we're barreling toward national annihilation. Higher house prices, they own them. Stock bubbles, their portfolios. And let's not forget, mass immigration for cheap nurses and help around the house and yard, their idea. And the graves they're digging, those are for us, so they can keep their wealth while they spend ours. But screw that. I'm here to give you a shovel so you can dig your way out of that hole. Actually, if you're in a hole, stop digging. I'll throw you a rope. But first, we have to add a powerful spell to your spell book so you may cast it freely and often. And that word is gerontocracy. I'll say it again. Gerontocracy. Gerontocracy. That's quite a mouthful. It means a bunch of old farts clinging to power like it's their last Viagra.
No, Miss Anderson, the definition of gerontocracy is a society governed by the elderly, inferring detriment to the young.
Good old Dick is always a total mouthful.
Ha! Ha! Very funny, Aileen. Please move on.
Anywho, the old farts I'm talking about are like Biden, stumbling, bumbling, and mumbling at 80 years old, or like Mitch McConnell, freezing up mid speech, having like a 20-minute brain fart on live TV, or Dianne Feinstein, holding office until she dropped dead at 90 years old.
Do you realize over the last 5 years, the share of Congress members aged 70 plus surged to a modern record 20 to 25%?
And while the under 40 crowd remains stuck under 10%, that's gerontocracy on steroids. Now, we can't just disregard the wisdom of those who have lived 6, 7, or even 8 or more decades. But look at the last 5-10 years, or even last month. To say the world changed is an understatement. It friggin' glitched. And if you've been stuck in the Washington mud hole and haven't touched the street in 30 years, or grass for that matter, congratulations, you're no longer wise. You're a disgusting, out-of-touch swamp monster. Most people hyper-focus on the worst traits of the older generation. They're reactionary, scared of change, pushing lockdowns, surveillance states, and the worst part, shipping young blood off to die in endless wars. Open your eyes, kiddo. More on that later. So what's the solution? Term limits, baby. Forced retirement at 70 for politicians. Vote them out. Even better, run for office yourself. Build grassroots movements that scream, "Step down, Grandpa, your time's up." When they push back, and they will, hit the streets. Protest like your life's on the line. Not only yours, but generations to come. Now, whether they planned it or not, they've got you buried under mountains of debt, hustling just to survive. Debt slaves in designer chains. But know this, millennials and Gen Z outnumber the boomers more than 2 to 1. So we got to carve out time to make the real changes that matter. And that's all we got. Peace out, suckers.
Hold it, Miss Anderson. You skipped the ending spiel. Like, subscribe, comment. It's mandatory.
I'm not doing it! That's lame.
You have to do it to get the engagement to rise.
Poor old Dick has trouble getting it to rise these days.
Just say the damn line!
Okay, like, subscribe, and comment. It'll help Dick get a rise.
That's inappropriate, Eileen.
It's okay if you don't. Dick will have to get a rise some other way. That's probably why he hired me.
Do the closing line before I lose my friggin' mind.
Okay, so come see me for more Money Edge, and maybe get a rise like Dick does every time he sees me.